Hi everyone, Gemma here. Thank you for watching. So in today's video we're going to be making another quick card, and I've got this gorgeous floral 5x7 card using Uniko products. Prodeco, I was going to say then. Combining both words as I usually do. I think it's a really striking card with the black sentiment or behind the sentiment smile. This lovely floral stamp and die, and then this gorgeous background texture detail there. So let's get into the tutorial. So I'll just talk you through the products I'm using in today's video. So this is the Uniko Picked Posies collection, and I've got the Smile layering die set, the Quilted background, and the Picked Posies stamp and die set. So I'm going to combine them all to make a really quick card. I really love the flowers on this. I've had this in my stash for such a long time and I haven't used it yet. So the idea of this series, the quick card making series, is pulling out the products that I don't tend to use a lot or haven't used yet, and just make some really quick and beautiful cards. And what I like about this die is you've got the sort of the background die as well, if that makes sense. So you've got the more detailed die, and then you can add colour in the background with these solid stamps. So I think this is going to make this really easy, a really quick and easy card as well, especially if you don't like any colouring. So we're going to see how that goes, and then we've got the outline die. So I'm going to make a 5x7 card. I can add some texture in the background with this quilted die, and then the sentiment smile. So let's start with the card base. So I've got a 5x7 card base, this lilac cardstock. I think this is from Tonic Studios, and this measures 4 7/8 by 6 7/8, and then a piece of white that measures 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. In the 4 3/4 and 6 3/4 panel, I'm going to add this quilted die, and I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. So I'm just placing that in the center. It's going to add some texture to the background, and then that pop of lilac is going to shine through those flowers. So I've run that through my die cutting machine. How gorgeous is that? And then I'm going to trim it down a bit further, I think, just so I can have more of that pop of colour in the background. So I trimmed my panel down a bit further. So you want 4.5 by 6.5, if you're sort of following my direction. So I'm going to attach those both flat to my card base, and then we're going to work on the sentiment and the flowers. So I've gone ahead and I've stamped the background colour with some Distress Oxide Dusty Concord, the sort of bud of the flower or the centre in milled lavender, and then the stem is in bundled sage. And I'm just going to add the detail over the top of the flower. So I'm going to line this up best I can. Just going to have to lean into shot to make sure I've got that in the correct position. And I'm just going to stamp this off with some VersaFine Onyx Black. So slightly off there, but I think that adds to the design. So I'm just going to make sure that that ink is nice and dry, and then I'm going to die cut that as well as the smile sentiment. So I'll come back to you once that's done. So I stamped this again in black ink because I didn't like how it was against the purple. I didn't think it popped enough, so I think that looks really pretty now, and it sort of picks up on the sentiment as well. So I've attached the stem and the flower together, and I've added some foam adhesive on the back of the flower. Just going to add a little bit of glue on the stem just at the bottom. I'll place this just towards the right hand side there. I've doubled up on the foam for the flower centre. Just going to pop that there, and then I've got some foam for the back of the sentiment. I'm just going to place that just there, and then I think I'll just add some sort of clear drops, some dew drops or water droplets, just for some embellishment. So there's the final card. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Love that texture with that background dye. The lilac is popping through lovely. The sentiment really nice against that backdrop, and then that flower for the extra detail. It's certainly putting a smile on my face. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. A lot of the product is still available. The flower stamp and die set isn't, but the background die and the word die is available, so I will link that in the description box below. Thank you very much for watching today. If you have enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the like button. It does help and support my channel to grow. If you're not a subscriber and you've just found me, then please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future tutorials. Hope you have a lovely crafty day, and I'll see you in the next one.